This is News Always On. The British government announced Tuesday it would move to lift its ban on cannabis-based medicines, amid mounting criticism over the denial of treatment to severely epileptic children. But still, it rejected calls to legalize marijuana for recreational use. According to Drugs Advice Service Frank, cannabis is the most widely used illegal drug in Britain. If you don't already know, cannabis comes from, of course, the cannabis plant and contains THC, which affects the mind and the mood. The THC can give users a chill-out feeling, but it can also cause hallucinations and make people feel paranoid and panicked. Home Secretary Sajid Javid told lawmakers that cases like that of a 12-year-old epileptic boy denied cannabis oil for his condition showed that there is, quote, a pressing need to allow those who might benefit from cannabis-based products to access them. But he said the government had absolutely no plans to decriminalize the drug more widely. A growing number of politicians and medical experts, though, are calling for the government to legalize marijuana. The change in stance over cannabis-based medicines came after the government relented and allowed 12-year-old Billy Cadwell to receive cannabis oil treatment that his mother said was needed to prevent life-threatening seizures. His mother, Charlotte Cadwell, has called for the laws governing medicinal marijuana use in Britain to be liberalized, saying cannabis oil is the only treatment that has warded off his son's seizures. Javid also said that a license to use cannabis-based drugs would also be issued for the 6-year-old Alfie Dingley, whose epilepsy causes scores of seizures a day. Alfie's mother, Hannah Deacon, described the move as, quote, momentous occasion.
We've worked really hard for the last 2 years to get here, and my little boy will be safe. He will have the best life possible. He will be able to go to school. Me and my partner will be able to plan holidays. It's basic things that a lot of people take for granted that we will now be able to do, and I know that he's secure. We have waited for 3 months for this ruling. We now have a permanent and long-term solution for our child, and I'm just absolutely overwhelmed and so grateful to everyone involved who's made this happen, albeit it's been difficult and it's been a long, arduous process. So I am very grateful that we are here today. It's a momentous occasion. I've always felt in my heart it's the right thing to do, and I've followed that, and I'm determined, and I really feel that Sajid Javid should look at, how we get people quality of life. I hope we're a compassionate society in this country, and medical cannabis has a proven therapeutic value, and it should be available to children like Alfie if nothing else works, surely.
Britain currently does not recognize cannabis oil as a treatment for epilepsy in children, but the National Health Service says it is studying possible uses of marijuana products for treatment of childhood epilepsy and several other diseases. Many other countries, including much of the US, Germany, and the Netherlands, have legalized the use of medicinal cannabis. On Monday, Canada's House of Commons voted to legalize recreational cannabis. Uruguay legalized the recreational use of cannabis in 2013, with people allowed to grow up to 6 plants at their home for personal use. In Spain, it is legal to use cannabis in private places and cultivate plants for personal use. Cannabis use in the Netherlands is technically illegal, but possession of up to 0.2 ounce for personal use is decriminalized, although police can confiscate the drug. Use is still accepted, though, at certain coffee shops. It is normally smoked but can be also eaten and comes in 3 main forms: hash, which is a lump of resin; marijuana, which is the dried leaves and flowery plants of the female plant; and finally the oil, which is a thick honey-like substance. For more on this, subscribe to our channel.